with a profound sense of enthusiasm and purpose that I stand before you today, marking the commencement of this year's highly anticipated codecashcrop event, masterfully orchestrated by AFEX.
As a society, we are faced with a series of challenges, and it's vital that young people are empowered. Most young people have a strong sense of social responsibility and have many novel and noble solutions to our problems.
To fix Nigeria, one of the first things we must do is fix agriculture, a sector that is estimated to employ 35% of our people. We will be engaging with the team at AFEX to look at ways in which agricultural practices that are enabled by technology can be built, can be scaled and supported, ensuring that we provide more opportunities for youth interested in innovating in Nigeria's agricultural value chain. In cultivating an environment conducive to innovation to thrive and scale, we empower young innovators to contribute meaningfully, spurring economic advancement, job creation, and addressing multifaceted global challenges.
This event serves as a crucible for the incubation of fresh and ingenious ideas, all converging with a resolute aim to fortify Africa's food security.
We're doing this because in 2015, we signed up to global goals, 17 of them. Number 1 is no poverty. Number 2 is zero hunger, good health and well-being, nutrition, gender, decent work and economic growth. How do we use that resource and actually solve our own problems? We're talking about food security, climate justice, climate action, right? Don't just tell me about your idea. Tell me about how your idea is going to transform and solve these SDGs.
We have 2 countries represented, panel conversations, 4 incorruptible judges, 6 challengers, and of course a very lovely day ahead.
Why does innovation fail?
Innovation for me, I think we need to first take away the word that it is a change. The question now is, what level is that change?
Innovation can be very incremental. Innovation is sometimes exploratory.
Shikemi, what does this word mean to you when you say good product, bad time?
The reason why a good product will not take off is probably because the people that you're trying to solve the problem for are not even aware that they have a problem.
What are the other things from your side that you think these funders or investors are key to look for?
For me, it's always been people over process, right? Do you have the pedigree? Do you have the discipline? Do you have the drive? Number 2 is, we ask a question, even if you succeeded, right, what's the return? So if I spend so much money building something that at success, the scale and the return will not be a lot, then there's no need to waste that time.
As far as you know that you always have an incremental path towards a solution, that's, in a short word, that's what I would define as innovation.
Failure is not in our African culture. It's not a behavior that we've been taught or sensitized to accept. How do we start to build those kinds of behaviors and norms around accepting failure?
We need to probably be more accepting of our failures or of the failures within, especially in institutions, right? Because the moment it's easy to have still bets in some of these things that may have relevance if we do not allow them to fail. And those failures become, form part of our feedback.
A lot of startups die of indigestion rather than starvation. Indigestion because there are too many ideas, too many thoughts in their brain. That's indigestion rather than starvation. It's not like they don't have enough. You have too much and it kills you.
And we have to also realize that as entrepreneurs, as startups, as founders, there's a lot of personality change that we are also going to go through, other than just building this idea out into a business.
Now we're going to move on to listening to the innovative ideas that we really are itching to hear today.
My name is Abubasit Ajibade and I'm product lead for Kulima.
My name is Michael Munavu.
My name is Ken Udi.
Can we make welcome Yakubu?
My name is Eliud Drugut.
And my name is Marvelous Solomon.
Basically what we do with Kulima is to serve comprehensive knowledge of agronomy to rural crop farmers in their local languages.
I want you to walk through the reality of how life will be if my mother moved to Nigeria and we started farming.
We are doing this because we discovered the information gap between research bodies and institutes and the farmers who need them.
Now, AgriBox is not new, and it still boils down to Africa. Our passion around technology is to build homegrown solutions to solve homegrown problems.
But I've grown tired of this. In Africa, we are losing about 40% of the produce that you're producing.
At FarmCI, we are on track to raising first-class farmers. We realize that farmers in many regions lack access to modern technology, educational resources, and financial services.
Farm Riders is an offline platform that connects farmers to the closest truck drivers and the closest storage facilities around their vicinity.
Speaking also about SDG before I flip to technology, our solution speaks to 2 sustainable development goals. 1 is no poverty, 2, zero hunger. The people at the bottom of the pyramid, they are actually the ones at the base of the pyramid. They make little or no money. How do we solve that problem?
Awareness. Users need to be aware that there is a solution. They need to know there is a problem.
Essentially, what we are trying to do is, with the worst of networks, with the smallest of phones, with any level of education, we want to serve knowledge of agronomy to farmers without leaving them behind.
In Africa, we are losing around 1.3 billion metric tons of food annually, simply because we cannot store our grains.
Over 80% of poor production in Africa is accredited to using wrong variety of seeds, is accredited to using counterfeit fertilizers, counterfeit seeds, counterfeit pesticides and herbicides.
Awareness. How should I take it? Secondly, action. Implementation. If you give them fertilizer, how do you want them to use it? Results. We need to be able to measure results. If you cannot measure results, then why am I using your product? Finally, assessment. Many solutions does not have assessment. They give it to you and they go. There's no way coming back to know whether it will work or not.
We're going to solve post-harvest loss by introducing a new mobile storage technology called hermeneutic cocoons. Hermeneutic cocoons, it keeps oxygen at almost zero level. 2, it increases the carbon dioxide level.
We want to arrest the simple problem that we have in a simple manner. We are simplifying agricultural knowledge of sharing with rural crop farmers in the application of chemical inputs. By chemical inputs, we're talking about pesticide, fertilizers, herbicide, and a whole lot of other inputs, while bridging the information gaps that is already in existence between the farmers, agronomists, and researchers in our institutes.
Nche means seeding, and by seeding, what do you mean? We want to be with the farmer every step of the journey, from when they start to when they finish. Nche is a solution that provides farmers with advisory information on the best crops to grow at the right time. They can also buy input supplies from the platform and sell their produce at the right price. We also provide the farmers with a community tab where they can talk to other farmers and an AI assistant as well to answer any questions. Apart from that, we also have an USSD system to allow farmers to get all this information as well on a feature phone. Our goal is to create a sustainable business model that benefits smallholder farmers and drives the growth of the agricultural sector in Kenya, in Nigeria, and in Africa.
With the collaboration in my team culture, we're asking for $10,000 to go fast. We want to scale our team further, develop our product with a big market push that will take us to our first 100,000 users within 1 year.
It is a solar-powered IoT device that tracks the moisture, temperature, carbon dioxide, and stock levels of grains by phone or dashboard. It sends real-time notification to these farmers in terms of SMS, email, and push notifications to our farmer. We want to provide smallholder farmers a safe storage with zero grain losses.